What's going on YouTube? It's your boy, the Koala, coming at you guys with a brand new video, and today we're bringing you this. So as you guys can tell from the title, today I'm going to be bringing you guys a deck that shows you how to beat the meta. Now, when I say the meta, if you don't know what that means the popular cards that people are using in their decks nowadays. So like the Royal Giant, the Hog Rider, or even like legendaries and stuff like that. So I've actually constructed a deck that I actually sat here and messed around with. I was just wondering about, I was laying in bed watching Netflix, and I was sitting here thinking about some cards and what could be used or what can be constructed to go against the meta. And so, the Royal Giant and the Hog Rider are like the top two contenders as far as like the actual meta is concerned, because pretty much what happens is someone will have a Royal Giant deck and then they'll have supporting troops behind the Royal Giant, which are like goblins, spear goblins, wizards, you know, etc., etc. So I constructed something that would be able to take out the Royal Giant plus all of the supporting troops, or take out the Hog, because like, okay, and all of its supporting troops is okay. People will throw down a Hog, but then they'll surround it with like goblins, fire spirits, spear goblins, you know, just a bunch of just like little troops. So I've constructed something that actually works. And then the meta doesn't have to revolve around just the Royal Giant and the Hog Rider. I mean, because you may also face decks that have like the Golem or the P.E.K.K.A. or the Giant Skeleton, etc., or even like spawner decks. And so I constructed this deck right here. So this is the deck that I have that has actually been working really well. So we have the Inferno Tower, we have the Cannon, we have the Hog, we have Minions, Mini P.E.K.K.A., Zap, Valkyrie, Fire Spirits. Another popular deck that's actually been used lately has been the Giant Balloon deck. So pretty much what happens is you use this Inferno Tower and this Cannon to go against the Hog, to go against the Royal Giant, to go against the Giant, go against Balloon, Lava Hound, pretty much anything. And then the other cards that are actually really important are going to be the Zap card, this right here, the Fire Spirits, Valkyrie, Minions, Mini P.E.K.K.A. Okay, so pretty much what happens is someone throws down a Royal Giant, you throw down this, and then you can support it with this or this, and that'll be enough to take out the Royal Giant. Hog Rider, you throw this down, throw that on that Cannon, they're gonna throw down like little goblins, etc. You can either throw down a Zap and then like the Fire Spirits, or you know, whatever. Someone has a spawner deck, you can literally follow it up with a Valkyrie, the Zap, the Minions, the Fire Spirits. If someone throws down something like really big, like a Golem or something like that, you can follow it up with like Minions and a Mini P.E.K.K.A. and then distract it with a Cannon and then Inferno Tower. And then you obviously have your offensive right here, but like you can also use this Hog, the Fire Spirits, and then the Zap offensively as well. It's just really good counters and everything that you can actually make. And there's a really cool push that I like to do is where you drop the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and the Valkyrie on one side, and then you drop the Hog Rider on the other side. And I actually have a replay that I want to show you guys. I have two replays actually. I have one where I win and then one where I tied. And so I definitely want to show those off to you guys, and then we're going to try doing a live match. So let's get into this. I hope you guys enjoy. All right, here we go. So we were going against someone named Metal and an Asian clan. So a name we can't read. We're going to go ahead and double times this up so it's a little bit faster. So, and then I'll pause it at certain points and everything. So so here we go. So he throws down his bomber. We go ahead and throw down our Mini P.E.K.K.A. Followed up with Fire Spirits. Took out those, and then boom, Mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to get free hits off on that tower. So we brought that main tower down to 1600. Go ahead and pause this up just a second. So I threw down that Mini P.E.K.K.A. with Fire Spirits. He threw down guards. The Fire Spirits were able to take out those little guards, and then the Mini P.E.K.K.A. was able to get in there. Normally when people counter a Mini P.E.K.K.A., they'll throw down little troops like those guards or goblins or something like that. It's like something that can surround the Mini P.E.K.K.A. because he hits really slow. So with the combination of those troops and the tower, it should be able to take out a Mini P.E.K.K.A. But whenever you back him up with Fire Spirits, it's definitely more than enough. Now this right here on the right, if you guys notice, he's used all of his elixirs. So he threw down an Ice Wizard, and then he throws down a bomber because he's focused. He's worried about my Valkyrie and my Minions. He has archers over here on the left-hand side. I'm going to let those archers take out my tower, or shoot towards my tower, but then we're going to drop a Hog Rider. So check this out. Boom, Hog Rider's going in. He doesn't really have much, and Zap, boom. So he had an Ice Spirit, but the Hog Rider was able to get a free hit off. Fire Spirit got to take out the guard, so boom. Look at this elixir cost. So we even have more elixir, but we're using less cards and we're doing more damage. So here comes that P.E.K.K.A. Valk push. Boom. Either side, you got to pick a side you want to defend now. Boom, and look at that. So we were able to get another hit off, plus the Valkyrie did some damage to the other side. Here comes in that Cannon. That's where it's going to come in clutch. Can take all that out. Miner, you don't have to really worry about. Miner by himself doesn't do that much damage, so it's okay. You'll be fine. All right, so we're going to throw down the Mini P.E.K.K.A. And then we're going to follow it up with a Hog Rider. So now you have two big troops on either side. Zap is going to come in and do work. And then watch, here comes the Valkyrie, or here comes the Cannon, and then here you go. He drops down a Giant Skeleton. We're gonna go ahead and throw down a Valkyrie right there. Boom. So that what potentially could have been a really big push did not do a single thing. We took out that giant skeleton like it was nothing. Watch, he drops another one, so we're going to drop a cannon, pull it over. Boom. And then like the same thing happens with like the Royal Giant. You just pull that Royal Giant and it's really easy. So boom, there we go. There's the victory. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a match where it was a draw and I was actually facing a Royal Giant. All right, so here is the match where we go against the Royal Giant. I'll go ahead and leave this in normal time, even though it'll be a little bit slow, but I'll be able to explain everything maybe a little bit better and in depth. So we go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and throw down my Valkyrie. So here's that push that I was talking about, where you can throw down the Valkyrie and Mini P.E.K.K.A on one side and then the Hog Rider on the other. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw down the Mini P.E.K.K.A. It's gonna push the Valkyrie up. That's why I dropped him right behind it, because it'll push the Valkyrie up, as you guys can see. Hog Rider's gonna go in, but unfortunately he had Barbarian, so my Hog Rider's not gonna do anything. And so he had a really good counter to all my stuff. And actually, the very beginning of this match, you guys are actually gonna notice that I get freaking wrecked. He had a Musketeer minor combo on the left, and then Barbs on the right. I had nothing that I could really do, so that tower is actually going to go down on the left-hand side. The Musketeer is going to take it out. I feel like dropping my cannon would have been a waste, so there we go. So he took down my tower, which is fine. We're going to be able to come back from it. And as you guys can see, he's playing the Royal Giant, Musketeer, Ice Wizard, and the Inferno. So here we go. We go ahead and drop one on each side, which really wasn't that best of a play. It wasn't that good of a play. His Musketeer, unfortunately, is a level 8. So if it was one level down, my Mini P.E.K.K.A would have been able to one-shot it easily. But as of right now, we're getting kind of wrecked. He took out my tower, wasn't able to do anything really until the late game. The late game is when it really matters. He has his Barbs. I was expecting the Barbs, so I threw on a Zap. Only going to get one shot off, though, before the freaking Hog Rider goes down. So here we go. We have a bunch of Barbs coming our way. We got Fire Spirits coming. He has a Miner headed our way. So as of right now, he's actually doing a really good job of just like working everything and just taking me out and taking advantage of my elixir trade. So we were able to take out those Bars, you take out that Miner. So look at this, right here, all that's just gonna disappear with the Zap. Boom, there it is. So he's playing a really, really good deck right now. His just stuff is leveled up, and so it's just a lot harder for my stuff to take out because my stuff isn't as high of a level as his is. So we throw down our Valkyrie. I'm gonna go ahead and throw down the Hog Rider, but guess what? Inferno Tower. So yep, Inferno Tower is just a really, really good thing to play right now. Definitely recommend it. Valkyrie's gonna get a couple shots off on the tower. Not gonna be enough though. He's gonna zap up those. Never mind. I thought he was gonna zap, but he didn't. Royal Giant comes down, but boom, here's our own Inferno Tower. So we're gonna be able to take this thing out. And if you guys will notice, we're actually gonna be able to do enough damage to take out the tower and be able to tie things up. So right now, Royal Giant Miner is going ham on our tower. We're down to 832, right? We're gonna take out those Barbs, no problem. And then we're gonna be able, I was anticipating another Royal Giant, so go ahead and throw down my cannon. And we got to it in time, boom, there we go. Mini P.E.K.K.A is gonna take it out. We're gonna throw down the Valkyrie, or the Hog Rider, because we had to get the tower out. The tower had to go. So boom, we're gonna be able to take it out. One last shot, and 1 second, boom! There we go. On the very last second, Hog Rider was able to get it and take it out. So here we go. I was expecting the Royal Giant. So go ahead and throw down my Inferno Tower. Just watch. I was like, okay, Inferno's gonna come down. Boom, throw down the Inferno. Bam, there's the Royal Giant. Was calling it, just waiting for him. Go ahead and throw down the minions on the Miner. Gonna focus on that. And so the Mini P.E.K.K.A's in for a good defense as well, because the Mini P.E.K.K.A with the Inferno Tower together could take out that Royal Giant. Send in the Hog Rider right there, right on top of that Inferno Tower. Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to do some work down. He's going to take out the Mini P.E.K.K.A, unfortunately. And to be honest, I feel like if I would have had a little bit more time, I should have been able to take out that tower. We're going to go ahead and drop down another Inferno. Put minions down on the Miner. And based off my placement right here, guys, the actual Royal Giant would take out the Inferno, but then he's going to move right to the cannon. So you guys see, he's going to not even worry about the actual tower. Right here, I thought he was trying to cycle through to his Zap. I got so lucky that he didn't have a Zap. I was like, oh my god, thank you. So there it is. There's a tie. I actually made him mad, which, I mean, I guess I would be too. All right, guys, well, that has been the deck. If you guys have any questions about it, or if you have any ideas that you want to maybe bring to the table that we can change something up, just let me know in the comment section down below. I hope this helps. Maybe there's something I can change. If you guys like it, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. I have another video that's coming out soon that should be able to help you guys out with any arena that you're in, because I get a lot of messages about like, hey, I'm in this arena, what deck should I use, etc. So I have a video coming out soon for that. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled, but hopefully this video helped out. If it did, smash the thumbs up button. Remember to follow me on Twitter if you guys want to keep up to, be up to date on like my videos and everything, because I post on Twitter about like when uploads will be going up and what I'll be uploading about. So make sure you guys go do that. But until next time, thank you so much for tuning in to another koala video, and I'll see you all later.